The politics of Nigeria, as we have been seeing in recent times, have been experiencing dramatic turns, as we see this evening as presidential aspirant on the PDP platform, Peter Obi, dumps PDP. Well, that's a shocking and a breaking one. Thank you very much for joining us. This is Serious Matters on ONIF TV. My name is Olukunle Abraham, and of course, this one hits me, boom, like wow, like, you know, it's like one is daydreaming, because Peter Obi has been in PDP for quite some time. Yes, he's been an associate of APGA and all of that, but then since running for presidency, you know, he was first running mates, you know, with Atiku Abubakar, and here he is this year coming out to say he wants to become president, you know, on his own, and then and now just barely 72 hours to the primaries of the party. I'm sure he paid for the form and all of that. Now Peter Obi dumps PDP. What are we expecting in the few coming days? Peter Obi, the presidential aspirant on the platform of the People's Democratic Party, has left the main opposition platform. People's Gazette can report. Now, we have received this information, and on this platform, we just want to, you know, let's dissect it and look at it together. Where is Peter Obi going? And considering the kind of open arms that Peter Obi has gotten, especially from the young Nigerians, a lot of us feel, well, it's between Peter Obi, it's either Peter Obi or Yemi Osinbajo, you know, because these guys are, you know, they're brilliant. They are brilliant. It's obvious that these guys know what to do. You understand? Yes, like I've probably said, my only fear is that they are human. You understand? If they were angels, then it would have been a different thing entirely. I would have just like, anyhow, anyways, they are the ones, you know. And in fact, it will be nice, and I won't be surprised. I won't be surprised if Yemi Osinbajo runs as president and Peter Obi, you never can tell what is happening on the underground. Peter Obi might join APC, and Peter Obi will become a running mate for what's it called, Yemi Osinbajo, or somebody there. You understand? These are just dramas of politics, because of course he's not going to be neutral. He will have to go into another party and all of that. But then now that he already garnered the support of so many Nigerians, and I'm sure he won on several platforms. In fact, he's having an upper hand on several platforms where elections are being done. And I mean, you know, just votings as to who is your preferred candidate and all of that. But online, he is number one. I'm talking about the person of Peter Obi. So, what do you think is happening? That's you see, I'm pointing out different directions from which I'm seeing the whole, you know, the whole thing. Well, Mr. Obi's exit, coming on the eve of hotly contested presidential primaries, came as the politician expressed fear he might be humiliated at the convention in Abuja. Why is he thinking like that? Why is he thinking he might be humiliated? Well, we'll see. We'll know that very, very soon. Mr. Obi confirmed his exit to us on Wednesday evening. That's this evening, saying he caught winds of a gang up against him. He caught wind of a gang up against him. He did not immediately disclose his next platform anyways. The development is expected to put additional spotlights on the PDP's primary schedule be held in Abuja this weekend, where Mr. Obi was initially seen as a front runner in a race that includes Atiku Abubakar, Nyesom Wike, Dele Momodu Bukola Saraki, and other big wigs in the party. You know, he's supposed to be there, but then we don't know what the gang up is. Is his life being threatened and all of that? Well, he has not left. He never commutes fully. He never even enter in car. He just tell them, say, I know they your party again. He won't enter in car. Now SDP come say, come and join SDP. You know, join SDP. Well, Peter Obi's supporters have told him not to join APGA because of his ethnic outlook. Instead, he's advised to join SDP. Of course, he still has his supporters his supporters are following him wherever he goes. What it means is that it doesn't mean that if he leaves PDP, his supporters will stay in PDP. No, his supporters are following him. The supporters who bragged that Obi is bigger than PDP promised to make him the president of Nigeria come 2023, and that's saying on whichever platform he chooses to run. Says the People's Gazette said let Obi run on the platform of the Labour Party or SDP. I would have suggested ABGA, but there is an ethnic outlook it carries, like it has an S. Peter Obi thought he needed PDP as the major opposition to project him before Nigerians. Little did he know he has an even bigger image than PDP himself. Well, so Peter Obi is bigger than PDP. That's what the Gazette is saying. Oluwakorede MPA on Twitter said that. But then I'd have loved to see some reactions. Well, somebody said, I support PDP, supports SDP, let him execute his project through that. Well, let's hear your comments with respect to a lot of people are suggesting NNPP, since Kwankwaso is now the national leader to get the northern votes. I see NNPP as a third force more than ABGA, SDP, and of course, remember there's a coalition, and this coalition is bringing NNPC as NNPC is one of them. But for me, like I said, I suspect a VP for Peter Obi. I suspect a VP for Peter Obi, even in APC. You'll be surprised. I'm not a prophet, but I don't know. It was just as I came on live that I just started thinking in that direction. That look, it's possible some big wigs are already wooing him. Seeing the kind of open arms is getting, the kind of attraction, the kind of attention he's gotten outside there. They are thinking that if he would add that attention to what they already have, then it's going to go a very long way for whatever party he chooses to go in. Not necessarily to be the president, but as a vice president. If Obi, because of Obi, people will decide to vote in whoever is his principal because of Obi. You understand? So let's see. Please do drop your comment, make them simple and civil. SDP is calling for him to come and join them. I think I can see his letter of resignation from the People's Democratic Party and withdrawal from the presidential contest. He said, I am writing to intimate you of my resignation from the People's Democratic Party, which was conveyed to the chairman of Agulu Ward 2, Anoachi Local Government, Anambra, effectively Friday, 28th May 2022. Consequently, I am by this letter informing you of my withdrawal for the PDP presidential primaries. It has been a great honor to contribute to national building effort through our party. Unfortunately, recent developments within our party makes it practically impossible to continue participating and making such constructive contributions. Our nation challenges are deep-seated and requires that we each make profound sacrifices towards rescuing our country. My commitment to rescuing Nigeria remains firm, even if the routes differs. I wish to thank you personally for your graciousness and leadership. I wish you well and best of luck in the service of our country. Yours sincerely, Peter Obi, C-O-N. Well, let's see how this goes. Well, that's the news at the moment. Please, the platform is open for you. Drop your comment, make them simple and civil. My name is Olukunle Abraham, and of course, please do share our videos with others. We'll appreciate you. Is there anything to still talk about? About PDP? Somebody said, as he miscalculated. Well, I don't think there's any form of miscalculation here. Peter will be, Somebody said I'm an ardent supporter of PDP, but I think that if he has truly resigned from PDP, then he has goofed. It is complete foul sparks for him, because I do not see any other platform that can possibly grant him victory in the general election. But then I think one thing we must understand, because this person is talking from the angle of party angle. It's no more party angle now. It's an angle of the personality now. So it's not an issue of maybe the party or no party. It's an issue of, you know, the personality behind the party. Thank you very much for joining us once again. Hey, well, you get us CB, get us CB. Well, this is Serious Matters on ONIF TV. Thank you very much for watching. Please do, like I would always say, share our videos with others. We'll appreciate you. And so we'll talk again now. Abi, what's the man go do? And that's what we're going to see. Because I'm sure there's still so much drama. There's still so much drama to be seen, you know, on this in this particular race. There's still so much drama to be seen. But then let's see how everything